okay. You got it. Every day there are billions of searches. Some searches appear over and over again, and some are still brand new, like bacon-scented wrapping paper. It's a thing. So how do marketers keep up? We're asking industry experts what's new in search and how to make the most of it.
This role is not about being a search marketer anymore. It's about being a really good marketer.
Change your mind about what you're paying for. You're not paying for conversions, you're paying for information. You're paying for machine to learn.
There are many big changes that we're seeing in terms of how people are searching. The two most prominent ones that I can think of are conversational searches. And then the other change is that the searches are becoming much more reliant on Google. A person may be searching for fan and they may expect a paper fan rather than a ceiling fan. We should basically understand what they're searching for specifically.
People are becoming more educated as consumers. The propensity to search and the details that they're searching for have expanded almost exponentially, which gives us way more data. One key phrase can yield 1 million search terms.
Early on in my career, building out keywords, building out campaigns, building out ads. Now the evolution and sophistication of machine learning, allowing us to leverage data that we haven't been able to leverage in the past. I get to dig into things that are so much more interesting to make smarter decisions. Machine learning has allowed me to do that.
So the biggest change I think that we've done in recent years is to build up our artificial intelligence of how we understand language, understand the context of the words in a sentence. So something like milk chocolate is not the same as chocolate milk. So they would look at not just the individual words, but also the words and how they relate to each other within a sentence.
Media buying used to be driving a Formula One race car, flying down the road, lightning fast, and you're making micro adjustments every fraction of a second. The paradigm shift is it's now interstellar space travel at the speed of light. You're not allowed to drive. Your role is to manage the machine. You're managing the spaceship.
Search has become much more diverse over time, and it's really difficult to anticipate all of these different searches. What we're trying to do is make sure that we show you what really means success to your business, your conversions, that is really working for you.
If you're an agency and you're not leaning into AI, I think that you're going to put yourself at a pretty significant disadvantage. With the old paradigm, so you would need to sit there on a whiteboard with your buddies, trying to figure out every way that a person could possibly search in order to solve a particular problem. With Google's latent semantic index, it's going to do that for you.
So the things that I'm most excited about in terms of search is the interplay between broad match, RSA or creatives, and smart bidding. Understanding what means value to an advertiser.
Because ultimately, our job is not to run paid search programs. Our job is to drive results for the business.
So now we've heard a little bit about how search has changed and how the technology works. So let's dive into something I hear about a lot, how to maintain creative relevance with broad match. This is where RSAs come in. Responsive search ads give you the opportunity to make sure that your ads are relevant across all of the searches that broad match reaches. Now here's how to make the most of your RSAs. It starts with theming. Now I know that theming isn't new, but it's more important than ever with broad match, and that's because Google uses those themes to understand the intent of your keywords. For example, let's say you sell hair care supplies and you have the broad match keyword brush. Putting it in an ad group with keywords such as scrunchie or comb will help indicate to Google that you're talking about a hairbrush and not a toothbrush. So I hope that clears things up, but if you have any questions, you can reach out to me.